Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chuong Pham. In this channel, I want to talk to you guys about some of the lessons I've learned throughout my business journey, and hopefully I can get some other entrepreneurs similar to me or more successful get on this channel and talk about some of the lessons that they learn to help, entrepreneurs like yourself get past through some of the pitfalls or dodge some of the pitfalls that we go through. So the title says, how I could have bought a Lamborghini. It's just, technically I could have bought one, but because I lost $300,000, I could have bought just a Lamborghini. It would have been better off for me. And how did I lose $300,000? This is what I want to talk to you about today. So I started my business journey in 2011-12 when I was about 23 in college with my Korean business partner. We started a cell phone accessory business, selling cell phone cases, keyboard covers, and whatnot. And back then, Amazon hadn't taken off yet. They were getting into the marketplace. We started off on eBay, couldn't make any money there, so we jumped on Amazon. We got great success, and slowly the business grew. We sold on Amazon, eBay, Etsy, all the big channels, Walmart.com. We sold on a website. We also distribute overseas. So the business became very successful. And during that time frame, we had moved from the small town in Monroe, Louisiana out to Dallas. And I can talk more about that in another video, how I built this business. And so over there, we decided to jump into a new business. So we partnered up with a friend out in New Orleans, Louisiana. He told us about this restaurant business, and we were like, whoa, that's a great idea. Everybody loves food. Why not do it? Because people are always hungry. Why not just get selling food? Food is good business. And you know how those ideas turns out. You're super excited, you're confident, you speak to all these franchisee owners with multiple stores, you talk to the headquarter of the franchise. So the Wingstop franchise is what I'm talking about. Talk to them, they send their number is great. It does like $1 or $2 million, $3 million a year, 20% profit, blah, 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 blah. And so we signed a lease, got into the business. Took us about 4 or 5 months to build out. We signed the lease. We paid for the AC unit because we were idiots. We didn't know how to negotiate a lease, and so we ended up paying for the AC unit that was supposed to be paid for by the landlord, which we ended up paying $60,000, $70,000 for it, which is costing us more money. So once the business started, the headache starts. Lesson number 1. So this is how we lost $300,000 each, okay? Lesson number 1. We didn't commit full time into the business. So all of us were, three of us were absentee partners, absentee managers, essentially, absentee owners. What that means is we work there part-time, put in a GM, and then we leave. And we let the GM run the place. That was the grand idea. That was the magical formula for us, where it was supposed to be a passive type of business where it runs itself. But we were so wrong. We realized employment was a struggle, like hiring good employees was a struggle, HR was a struggle. We couldn't find good employees because the pay was minimum wage, $7.50, $8, $7.25. We couldn't find good people willing to work for that price. Management wise, we couldn't find good managers because of the type of workload. I mean, this restaurant opened from, you got to be there at like 8:30, 9 o'clock and leave like at 1 in the morning. We're talking about 12-hour shift. I've done those for like 3-4 weeks at a time, and I can talk more about that in another video. And so finding good people was a challenge, and that's something we had no experience in. And we're in a business where we're dealing with e-com, tech, internet related. So some of the employees we had were a little bit more, I guess, educated in terms of the the work and the schedule. So it was a lot easier. I must have fired about more than 365 employees because I had more than 365 W-2s to give out at the end of the year, pretty much every year. The turnover rate was high for restaurants, and I thought I had experience, but it wasn't enough. So lesson number 2 when it comes to experience, we got into business with none of us having experience. My business partner in New Orleans was a pharmacist. Me and my other business partner was in e-com, no restaurant franchising experience. So we jumped into this business blind. And that's lesson number 2, is like, don't go into a business with no experience. If you are getting into a new business, make sure your business partner has like years and years of experience in it, maybe 5 years minimum, or more, even better. The more the better. And that will help your success level. Number three lesson is, I should have just stuck to what I'm good at. We're in the e-com business, the internet business, selling things online. I should have just stuck doing that. Instead of jumping into something new because I wanted to try something new and being eager. We were all eager about trying something new, excited about it, that we forgot that, hey, we're good at e-com. Stick to the business of e-com and just keep moving forward. So how do we end up losing $300,000? Well, the business was losing about $100,000 to $200,000 a year. We were putting money into the business, and we started this business in about 2015. Sold it in 2018. The restaurant itself cost us about $350,000 out of pocket. We then sold the business for $15,000 at the end. Okay, last lesson, number 4. This is the last lesson that I've learned. We were given an opportunity to sell this business for $75K from another franchisee in the area. He owned multiple stores, probably 20 plus stores. And so he has tons of cash flow, so he can handle a store that's making a loss. He can just write it off. He offered us $75,000. We told him, screw you, because we thought it was a ripoff. And a year down the line, we came back and we offered him $25,000. He was like, I'll give you 15. And you know what? We were so exhausted and tired of this business and tired of putting money in that we accepted it. So we sold it for $15,000. So we essentially just lost about $335,000 like that. Disappeared. Sold to him for $15,000. For him, his risk is like 1% of probably nothing, just because he got a brand new store for $15,000. It was a good deal for him. So that's how we lost a lot of money. Every year we were losing money. We were losing money on just bad management. We weren't there 100% at the time. Employment and labor pool wasn't great. Also, not jumping into a business without knowing exactly what we're doing. We have no experience in the business, and we decided to jump head on. That's like setting up for failure. So stick to what you're good at. If you're good at one business already, find a way to pivot in a similar industry, but maybe a different product, or maybe a different, if it's a service industry, maybe something very similar to the existing service business that you have, but build on top of that. Like, for example, a plumber could get into HVAC. That's a great pivot. You can go into e-com, maybe to a digital product type of business. Don't just jump to something that you have no idea about. And let's get back to, I lost about $300,000. I could have just went and got me a new Lamborghini. And you know what? I could have resold that Lamborghini for maybe $50,000 loss if I haven't driven a lot. But those are some of the lessons I want to share that with you guys, and there'll be more to come. I try to upload more videos about the lessons I've learned, and it's going to be very specific on the dollar amount, how much I lost, and some of the mistakes that I've made. And that way, hopefully it helps you guys be more successful in your business journey. Thank you again for stopping by the channel. Please subscribe. Thanks.